Minority caucus has vowed to resist any attempt by the majority caucus to introduce bills under certificate of urgency in the second session of the 9th Parliament. The caucus says the government's presentation of bills under certificate of urgency has often resulted in the lack of proper scrutiny. Addressing journalists, the minority leader Alexander Afenyo-Markin says the caucus is committed to delivering on its oversight responsibility. ChannelOne News' Nia Ikwe Okai reports.
The Minority Caucus on Monday addressed journalists on the theme holding government to account, a year of active and responsible minority scrutiny in the 9th Parliament. At that briefing, the Minority Caucus vowed to resist any attempt by the Majority Caucus to introduce bills under certificates of urgency as the House resumes on February 3, 2026.
We are no more going to allow the majority to have its way. The majority has turned Parliament into a Parliament of fast track and no scrutiny. A rubber stamp Parliament where everything comes under certificate of urgency. They should be ready to beat us in the chamber. We will resist with all the energy in us. No more certificate of urgency. They had their way in the passage of the Gold Board law, the Energy Sector Recovery Levy, the Doomsday Levy. They also introduced its certificate of urgency, and many more other laws that they pass it through certificate of urgency without any scrutiny. We hereby sound a caution to the NDC majority. If they are not ready to read, we are ready to read.
The Minority Caucus also took a swipe at the Chief Justice, Justice Paul Bafo-Bonny, describing him as an intolerant head of the judiciary.
We have seen that my Lord Bafo-Bonny and his management are all over at the various ministries, including Jubilee. Is he on a thank you tour? Is my Lord Bafo-Bonny on a thank you tour, thanking the government for appointing him as a Chief Justice? And we hear today he is coming to Parliament. We, the minority, don't see him as a tolerant head of the judiciary, because members of the minority came under attack when we criticized the processes leading to his nomination. We will therefore not be part of his thank you tour.
The minority leader Alexander Afenyo-Markin also alleged that the establishment of the Ghana Gold Board is enhancing activities of illegal miners.
The establishment of the Gold Board as a regulator and also an operator is in a way directly encouraging Galamsey activities. Our water bodies are being polluted. In fact, organized labor last year sounded an alarm and indicated that the Galamsey activities have worsened. This government has failed to provide tangible evidence of its commitment in the fight against Galamsey.
The group is also demanding an immediate action by the government to restore the state bus fleet to address challenges associated with public transport services.
A serious government will treat our transportation system and immigrant visas as instruments of national survival, not as afterthoughts. This one has managed to trap its own people twice, stranded at home in endless, dehumanizing transport queues, and stranded behind a new wall of visa restrictions. Its diplomacy was too clumsy, too reactive, and too self-satisfied to prevent. The minority, therefore, is calling for immediate, concrete action in the transport sector, for an emergency program to restore the state bus fleet and saturate the worst-hit corridors with reliable services so that no Ghanaian is left stranded for hours.
Well, the Minority Caucus believes that some ministers appointed by the president have not lived to expectation, hence the need for the president to take a decisive action on them. Reporting for Channel One News from Parliament, Ni Ayikwe Okain.